Yo, what's up, Breaker fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of the Breaker New Wave Chapter 127. Now, first off, there's some bad news. After this chapter, New Waves will be on a break for a month. Yeah, great. So, it will be back in September the 19th, and I actually don't understand the reason. He said it's something like, the amount of fans he got or something. So maybe this is his time to like do some research and stuff, because it's kind of a good thing. Kubo did it with Bleach recently, so and hopefully that will improve that. So maybe it will improve the Breaker, because it does kind of need some improvement here and there, mostly the pacing, but not in this chapter. I can't complain. I actually have no complaints today, except for my complaint that is Kern on the break, sort of. Yeah, it was very interesting, because there was quite a bit of conspiracy at the beginning between Juice and Seek and Elder Quan. Like, Juice and Seek was basically kind of trying to trick Elder Quan into handing over Shi-Woon. He was like, he's like, I know you were basically after he's what was it? It was like after he became like the caretaker, like second in command. He basically had to like jump through loop rings and basically do as he was told, like to please the Mirim alliance and everything. And he's like humiliated himself. Like he said, I think it was mentioned before, when he was pardoned without given any reason. If you guys remember that in the other chapter, Elder Con basically was being treated like more like a bitch in the Mirim world, and he had to just bear it. And Shu Sansik was more or less telling him, you know what, if you hand over the kid, you could become the Gaiju, what you've always wanted. And this pisses off Elder Con. He says, he's like, how dare you try and insult me and insult the Gaiju and insult the clan by making me do something so deceptive like that. He's like, I'm not like you, those feeble ways. I'll never do anything like that. And what do you call it, tries to play on it, is basically saying you're a hypocrite. But Elder Quan, as truthful and honest as he said, ever since my previous master died, the previous Sun-Woo clan, not what do you call it, the one before that was killed, he said he was happy with his life. He said he has no regrets to doing what he's done, no regrets in his life. He will continue to be a caretaker, and I really enjoyed that, because it shows his loyalty to the Sun, not only the Sun-Woo clan, but to Shi-Woon himself. Because remember, he was using him before as a pawn piece, basically, to empower the Sun-Woo. But now it's like he cares for the Sun-Woo and everyone in it, including Shi-Woon. So yeah, he's I'm glad, because it seemed like before, he was kind of going a bit mad and losing his morals. But this chapter shows Elder Quan still has his morals, and he's not going to be swayed by deceptive moves like that. But yeah, the bad thing though is Jusan Seek's not phased by this at all. He says, well, regardless, I don't think you've realized until now that I've trapped Shi-Woon. And that's when Elder Quan clocks on. He's like, I orchestrated that whole trap. So the needle thing is like basically saying that child will follow me regardless. So as you guys remember, Shi-Woon was trapped with the thousand needle thing, and that was like a last resort, I guess, for Ju San-si. And he's saying you can't pretty much do anything, and it's like whether you and the Sun-Woo clan accept the Mirim world is up for thing. And I think he mentioned something. He knew what was going on when Elder Quan brought the Sun-Woo clan under the Mirim alliance, and he says he had these doubts, and he said from now on, it's like we can be nemesis from this day on, and there's no chance. It's far too late for us to be allies. So we see the next thing we saw was what do you call it, Jin-Lee and the two elders with Shi-Woon, and they basically said it was a good thing that she didn't pull the needles out, because there's like two hemal canals, basically I think it's veins they're talking about, that are very vital to your life, and if any of them were removed, it's like one of them could paralyze and the other could kill. So it's like it was a good thing they left it, and they can only be obviously removed or like reverse the effects by the user. So only Juice and Seek can basically pull them out. Elder Quan arrives, and in his aggressive style, smashing down, and what was it, Juice and Seek's following, and he's basically saying, "Give me that child." screaming and all sorts, and you know everyone else is observing like, oh crap, the commander's coming back, all that stuff. So what was there? Um, what do you call it? Juice and Six saying, "Oh, you guys better just return now, you know, like and go quietly. Shioon is man. There's nothing you can do." Jin-Lee's going mad. What are you talking about? And the Elder Quan's like, no, he's right. He's like, we can't do anything to guide you because of the thousand needles are, you know, restricting him. It's like if anything was to be done, it would kill him, and she knows this anyway. So, obviously, she mentioned that Shi-Woon had spoken before, and Juice and Seek, that's impossible, like laughing that off, saying no one can move or do anything while restrained by the thousand-year point, and she's regretfully saying, you know, I know what I heard. And the Elder Quan's like, oh, is this true? Because you know, this, I think he got a bit of hope from that anyway. So in the next thing he does, he respectfully asks, you know, that they do the whole thing that they like to speak with the Gaiju, and he asks for respectfully for his opinion. He says, has the duel ended? And everyone's just waiting, and Juice and Six saying, have you completely lost your mind? It's like, what are you doing? Like, you're asking basically a corpse like to speak. And the next thing is like a needle's pulled out, and he's gone, it can't be. Everyone's shocked, and then after we see Shi-Woon's holding the needle, and he's looking, and he's basically saying, I haven't lost yet. And then we get a close up of his eye, and yeah, it was sick. He was completely bloodied up, completely covered in blood, and he's ready to go again by the looks of it. So yeah, that was it was an interesting chapter. It was quite dark as well in terms of what was going on with, like, you know, the whole politics in the Murren world, and the depressing thoughts of Shi-Woon's situation, because that was a really morbid thing. Like, if those needles were removed, I know it was obvious, but it's like it could either paralyze or kill him. And for Shi-Woon to do it himself, that must have been either sheer willpower, or maybe the technique he had, I can't remember, that rebuilt his body, made it possible for him to remove it. Like, the effects were nullified, like enough for him to stay conscious and pull it out. Maybe, who knows? But you know, it might just be a typical overpowered kind of thing. Other than that, I guess the discussions us guys have been having, if you in the comments, they're starting to come to pass. Shi-Woon is more or less interrupted this fight, although it happened a bit differently than I thought. I thought he would wake up himself and cut him, but it seems like Elder Quan had to wake him up. He said this fight isn't over, so I'm guessing Shi-Woon will fight Ju-San-Seek, as we said, and then Ju-San-Seek will probably just hold off, respect him, and then yeah, it would end there, and most likely he will teach him a technique and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't complain about this chapter. I enjoyed it. It was, you know, very filled up. A lot of was going on in it, rather than the previous 2 or 3 where it was like it was okay, but more could have been done, or pacing was just wasted. This one was good, and I'm kind of glad it ended like that before the month break. So it's painful that she wins now, what do you call it, and we have to wait like, with such a painful cliffhanger, but hopefully this month break will be suitable for the you know, he can sort out his writing, improve this pacing and everything. So yeah, that's all I can say. The chapter was good. It looks like the prediction we've been making is coming to pass, and I guess we can just wait to see the finale of this fight, and most likely the end of the series soon. So yeah, as usual, guys, if you got anything to say, any opinions, predictions, leave them in the comments. Also, leave a like if you like the chapter and the video, and also subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys, I guess, in a month's time.